Welcome back to our Google workshops. We're on workshop number 4, tip number 12, and we're looking specifically at feedback and feed forward and how we can mark in a digital context. So what I'm going to show you now is actually how we can really streamline our marking workflow, use the Google Classroom grading system and tailor it to NCEA, and how we can use split screen to actually make that marking that much less tedious and avoid all the clicking that usually goes on when you're marking digitally. So the first thing I'm going to do is jump into one of my level 3 assignments that I set up for the purpose of this video. Jesse's been kind enough to hand some work in for me. And first of all, I'll draw your attention to the fact that all the work or all the students are down the left hand side, and we click through them and we can see their work on the right hand side. We can add private comments if we clicked on a particular student, and we'll talk about that in a mo. But one of the things that's really frustrating is the fact that it obviously goes off this American points-based system. It doesn't really suit our Achieve Merit Excellence criteria. But with a simple change of that grading down to a 3 points, I've got 1 for achieved, 2 for merit, and 3 for excellence. And now I can actually assign grades really quickly and easily, and those students can receive those grades. It might be that I set up over a longer period of time several signposts or waypoints along the journey, so I get students to hand in, I'll mark their work, give them a grade, so it's giving them a projection of where they're headed. But how do I actually mark? How can I get this done quickly and easily? Because clicking through every student and opening up their docs is a time-consuming affair, and particularly if I'm teaching a subject or a particular topic that requires a fair bit of reading. Well, I'm going to show you a couple of tricks. The first one is if you use the middle mouse wheel of your mouse and you click in on a particular link, it'll open that link in a new tab, but it won't flick to that tab straight away. What I'm going to do is I've clicked on it twice, so I've got 2 of the same document open in 2 different tabs. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull one of those tabs out away from the rest, and it's now in its own window. Now by either dragging over to the right, or so that you can see that's taking up half the screen, or by using the Windows right button, I've now moved one of those tabs with the document open to the right hand side of my screen, and I can choose the other document to be on the left hand side. And what I do now is with my assessment schedule on the second page, I scroll to the second page and I click in there, and then I'll switch back over here and I will read through the work as it relates to this particular standard. And as I'm marking and going through each particular task on the right hand side, you can see I'm adding whether or not that particular student's achieved in that particular task, and so on and so forth through the document. When I've marked all the work and that assessment schedule is complete with yeses or nos based on the tasks, then I'm able to scroll back up to the top. I'm able to give that student a grade based on the not achieved, achieved merit or excellence criteria, and then I add a comment, blah blah blah, or some feedback, indicate whether or not they're applicable or not applicable for a resubmission. And then I'm able to close that document from both of the tabs and head back into my classroom and give them their grade here. I can also add a private comment. I might need to alert them to the fact that they're eligible for a resubmission, just in case they miss that note. But that is a really simple way to manage your digital marking workflow and really speed up how you can get that feedback and feed forward to the students. Thanks very much for watching.